Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to complete these worksheets on graffiti and linear perspective. So you have a total of 4 worksheets. We're doing boxes and letters in 1-point perspective as well as some graffiti words. So this first video I'm going to show you linear perspective. So in the instructions, use a ruler and a sharp pencil. Grab yourself an eraser as well, okay, to help clean up any mistakes. And you are going to first draw a horizon line. Now the horizon line in your composition can be anywhere that you want it. The higher the horizon, that means higher eye level. So you're going to end up seeing all of these boxes as if you were looking down at them. The lower the horizon line, these boxes are going to look like they're all above our head. Okay, so it's up to you where you put your horizon line. I think I'm going to put it through these boxes, and you want to try to keep it as straight as possible, parallel to these 2 lines. Okay, you can measure, but this is just an exercise, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to stop my line when I get to a box, so I have less erasing to do. Okay, so that's my horizon line. And now you're going to figure out where you want your vanishing point. So that's where all of the orthogonal lines are going to go. Your vanishing point, again, can be anywhere you want. It just depends which direction things are going away from you. So I think I'm going to put mine here, sort of in the middle. So it's just a little point, okay? So this is eye level. This is the horizon line, or where the earth meets the sky, and this is your vanishing point, okay? You guys don't have to label this in here. I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes. Now, to make this box look 3-dimensional, we are going to connect all of the corners to the vanishing point. Okay, so when you were younger, you might have drawn boxes like this, and then the double box, and then you connect the diagonal lines, right? And that looks like a cube, right? Or sometimes it would be sort of a diamond shape that you would draw to make a 3D box. Now this is an example of sort of 2-point perspective. This is 1-point perspective, okay? Where this has 2 vanishing points out here. This has 1 vanishing point. However, when you're drawing all of these lines parallel to one another, they're not actually going to ever converge. This is geometry right here, right? So the 2 parallel lines will never converge. They will never meet at an actual vanishing point. In real life, everything goes to that point. Not real life, when you're drawing things to look like they're going away from us, okay? So I could just be like, here's my box in perspective, done, but not really, right? Because we want all of these corners to go to our vanishing point. So this is where you need to grab your ruler and a sharp pencil. Okay, so I'm going to line my ruler up with the corner of the box, and we're going to draw a line that connects right to our vanishing point from that corner. I don't want to press too hard because eventually I'm going to erase these lines. And this is something important that you should keep in mind when you are working on your actual graffiti tag. The harder you draw your lines, the harder it is to erase them, okay? So we're going to the corners and connecting to that vanishing point. Okay, so now this box goes all the way to our vanishing point. If you don't want your box to be that big, you would end your box by drawing lines that are parallel to the existing line. So parallel to this line and parallel to that line, okay? If you want this box to look like it's see-through or it's open rather than a solid cube, you can also connect a line from this corner. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like as if it's a box that's open and then the opening is facing us. And I would just stop it there because it's not going to continue. Okay, so if I decide I want to end my cube here, I can use my ruler and create a parallel line. So it's lined up here. I draw a line, a vertical line, and now at this point, that's going to tell me where I have to draw my horizontal line. So then I would hold my ruler up here, bring that down to the corner, and draw. And that is the end of my block. So at this point you could choose to erase these extra lines or use your ruler and your pencil to darken your existing lines. Okay. And that is how to draw a cube in 1-point perspective. So it's just very important that you use a sharp pencil, you use a ruler, you can't make these lines up, and you guys are going to decide where you want your vanishing point and your horizon line, and then you will connect all of the corners of these cubes to those lines, okay, to those points. So I'm going to quickly finish off the rest of them, and you'll see what that looks like when I'm all done, okay? Okay, so when you're all finished, it should look something like this. Again, you could use your pencil and your ruler again to darken some of the lines. You could also establish a light source where you would have highlights and shadows on some of the boxes. So let's say, you know, you had a light source from here coming this way. This side would be in shadow a little bit. The bottom would be darker. So right now this cube is floating in the sky. It's above eye level. It's above our heads. Okay. So you can decide to shade if you want to. I drew this one sort of like an open box. So this line would actually get erased because that would be the back of my box. And then this line would also get erased. That's the horizon line. And this line would be erased, and this would be the left side of my open box. Okay. So that is how to draw cubes in 3D using 1-point perspective, which means you have a horizon line, a vanishing point, and these diagonal lines, which are called orthogonals, that all go to your vanishing point, okay? When you get this worksheet, make sure you put your name at the top and your class number, okay? That way we know whose is whose, because they're all going to start to look the same, okay? On the next video, I will show you how to do the letters. Thanks.